So yesterday, we are discussing about the project which is called as a recruitment app project overview. In this recruitment app project overview, we have these objects: position object, job posting, employment website object, and then job application, candidate application, candidate object, and then user object. And also we have discussed about the relationship with each object, right? Now, yesterday we have completed this position object. Now, today we are going to create a few more objects. So in the position object, we have created total 11 steps we have created. 11 steps we have created, and today we will continue the rest of them. So we have completed the page layout, lookup relationship, and then next one is we are going to create another object which is called as a tab and place on the recruitment object is a candidate object. We are going to create a candidate object. Now, in the real time, if I am working on a project, where will I work? So you always work on the something called a Jira, right? So this is the Jira software, right? So this is a Jira software. In the Jira software, you will be having a backlog. So in the backlog, so this is the backlog items. So in the backlog, you have a total 18 stories. Out of these 18 stories, assume that current sprint 1, assume that we have 1 day sprint. Today, whatever we are going to work is similar, like a sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, we will be working on it. Now, in the real time, you will be able to see, go to the project. Project is a recruitment project. So click on this recruitment project, and then you will be able to click on this backlog. Everybody will have a backlog access. Whoever is working on the project, everybody will have a backlog access. In this backlog, you will see different options like a sprint 1, sprint 2, and backlog. Your focus is what are available in the backlog. As total 18 stories are there in the backlog. Out of these 18 stories, what are we planning to work on it? In the sprint planning, we will take the 5 stories. Now, I have already done with the sprint planning. In the sprint planning, we have a total 5 stories we have to work on it. Now, we have decided this sprint. Now, today we are going to start the sprint. Click on this RP sprint 1. Let's say that this is a 1 week sprint and ended automatically it is taken. Click on the start. Now, my sprint is started. Now, how many stories I have? 5 stories are there. Out of 18, 5 stories we have taken into the starting of the sprint. That means in the backlog, I'll be having a 13 stories. In the backlog, I'll be having a 13 stories. Now go to the active sprint. In the sprint, total 5 stories are there. Now these stories, if you open these stories, you can open in the another tab. What is the subject? What is the subject of this? And what are we planning to implement? The description will be there. And who will be working on it? The assignee person. Now, who is the reporter? Reporter will be whoever is created. Usually, it is a BA. Which sprint right now we are working on? Sprint 1. And priority is a medium. Right? Now, here, it can be changed to any priority. If it is a high, that means it has to change to be high. High is nothing but a important. It's a immediately we have to start working on this. Medium is, which is nothing but it can be started after 2 hours or 3 hours, but it has to be completed within 1 day or 2 days. Now, low is nothing but it can be go for a 1 week, which is a very less importance to this story. So right now we are taking the medium and the highest. Okay. Now also you have a story points. Story points is nothing but in order to implement this story. Now what is the description here? Description says that create a new object and a tab and a replace on the recruitment app. That means I need to create an object tab and replace it onto the recruitment app. Object name is candidate. Record name is candidate number. The first field I need to create it. Automatically, there is a one field gets created. Whenever we create an object, if I create a position object, position name will be created from the object. Right? Similarly, I'm going to take a record name here, candidate number. And here candidate number will be auto number. So data type is auto number. Right? And the format is, I'm going to say here C hyphen curly braces 000 close curly braces. And starting value is 1. This is the requirement. Now for this requirement, if I have to implement, how many days will I take it?
So 5 minutes.
5 minutes. So that means it might be 1 day. Let's assume that 1 day. If it is a 1 day, then we will, in the sprint planning, we will say that, okay, this is one story point. This is one story point. That means this can be completed within 1 day. If it is a less than 1 day, it might be taken half day, put a 0.5. But usually we don't put a 0.5, we will take a one story point. And original estimation, what is the original estimation on this? Original estimation is nothing but whenever the architect or somebody, whoever is there, they will give the information here. Time tracking. Now, do you want to track the time? Some companies does the track, right? No, they wanted to see when you have started working on this time and when you have ended this, right? Because this time tracking will be submitted at the end of the week. Time sheet. So that time tracking will be there. And epic link, component, fixed value, these are the, you can mention, these are the basically more fields, right? Now here, this is the requirement. Now I'm going to start working on this requirement. Whenever I start working on this, just place it into the in progress. Place it into the in progress. That means it is a one story point and we have started working on to this person. Assume that our sprint is started. The sprint is sprint 1. Now I'll go to the my org. Now in this org, let's say we are going to create a object. What is the object that we are going to create it? Candidates object we are going to create it. Object name. Create custom object. And the custom object is candidate. Candidates. Object name. And what should be the record name?
Candidate number.
Auto number. Now auto number is, I'm going to give C hyphen curly braces 000. And starting number is 1. Allow reports, allow activities, track the field history, allow charter group, deployed, and I need to create a tab also. Allow search, click on save. Tab, I'm going to implement a tab for the candidate. Let's choose the tab style. Candidates, people, select this and click on the next button. Click on next. Click on save. And the object creation is done. That means I have completed implementing this. Right now, this story is in progress. Now we have completed. Once we have completed, then I'm going to move it to done. But in the real time, what we will do is we will test it whether I'm able to see what are the object is there. I'm able to see that object or not. Candidate object is created. Now click on this refresh. We will do the developer is going to verify and move it to the QA. So here one more will be there, which is a QA. Right, so assume that right now we have only in progress and done. I have completed one story. Now this is the RP-1 is striped. That means it is completed. Next, we are going to start working on the next story, which is a RP2. RP2 is, I need to create a fields in the candidate object. So what are the fields I'm going to create? Candidate first name, last name, email, city, state, postal code, country, current employer, years of experience, SSN, education, BTech, BSc, BA, MBA. This is a pick list field. And current employee is a checkbox. US citizen is a checkbox. Visa required is a checkbox. Mobile is the phone number. Fax is the phone number. So these are the fields which we are going to start implementing it. So let me move this to the in progress. That means I have started working on this. Now go to the candidate object. Let's go to the fields. In this fields, we are going to create a first one, which is a first name text field. What is the limit? Text field. Right.
255.
255.
Yeah. So here I'm going to specify first name and length is 50. On the next button, save and leave. Now we are going to create another text here, which is a last name. Last name, and this is also 50. Click on the next button. Next. And save and leave. I'm going to create a new field, which is a email. Email. Click on the next button. Click on next and save and new. Next, we are going to create a street. Select this text. Click on the next button, street. And street is the 50. Click on the next button. Save. And next, we are going to create a city. Field is a city. And the length is 50. Next, by default, I'm going to give everyone. I'm doing some mistake here. What is the mistake that I'm doing? I'm doing some mistake.
Giving access to all profiles.
Giving access to all profile. What should we do that? We should be giving the access to only
Recruiter app
profiles.
and system
Recruiter app.
admin.
System.
Click on state, and here I'm giving the access to everyone. But do I need everyone? I don't need everyone, only the system administrator. You will have a documentation. You will have a documentation. So in the companies, your team lead or an architect is going to explain you that which profile should have a field level access. Level of access is very important. It seems like a very small, but it should be very important, because if you all of a sudden if you give access to somebody else, client is going to give you the complaint about, I'm able to see this field, I'm not able to see this field. What is the problem? Right? So it's a small thing for a developer. It's important for clients. Postal code. Text is the 50. Click on the next. Next, we'll say new country. Let's take this also the text country. Let's click on the next button and save and leave. After that, we have a current employer. Which is a text field. $50 and then click on the next button.
Current employer, can we choose it as a checkbox also, right, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes.
I have created text only. And next one is a number field. What is the difference between the text and number?
Text field allows alphabets and numeric values, and number allows only numeric values.
Okay. So how much is the maximum I can give you the length? What is the maximum length for the number?
Total should be 18 including the decimals.
18.
Yeah. And next we are going to create a SSL. Field. SSN is a 9. Click on the next button. We have it save. And then I'm going to click on the new button. Let's create a education, which is a big list. Education. BTech. Yeah. Click on the next. Any questions? Now, if I have made some mistake, how can I modify the field? Edit the field. Let's go to the fields and relationship. Education. Now, for example, I have a records. I have already records are there. I created a field and there is a records also created at the object level. Records also created at the object level. Now, if I am changing the field, what will happen? I'm modifying the
We're
label
not
name.
supposed to. We are not supposed to change the field name, but we can change the field label.
Can we change the field name?
Yes.
When we have a records,
No, we can't. Only field
Can't
name.
change the field name. You can change the field label.
there is a problem you will see. So do not ever change the field API name when you have a records already exist in the object level. And there is a already logic is implemented on the object level. Do not ever change the API name. It's a simple one, but it is going to cause a problem. Sorry? Label you can change. Did I create a current employed? Yes. Now let's use the checkbox. Is the candidate currently working? Click on next. And next button, save and new. Now, is this the candidate is US citizen? Check box. And next I'm going to create a mobile number, which is a phone. Similarly, I'm going to create a fax, which is a phone number. Phone number is a number field or a string field?
String.
Phone number field is a string or a number?
Phone is number, fax is the string.
Okay, in Salesforce, is the phone number is a string or a number?
It's alphanumeric.
String, ma'am.
Sorry, no, special characters and the number you can add, like a plus, minus. It's alphanumeric, you can say.
Yes.
Can I enter ABC in the phone?
Yes, we can.
Phone, can we enter the alpha? Guys tried it? Have you guys tried it?
No, no, ma'am.
On the account or a contact level, we have a phone number, right? So what it will accept, whether it will accept only number or alpha? Did you practice?
It will accept
It accepts alphanumeric.
special
ma'am.
characters and alphanumeric.
It accepts the alpha. and
Alphanumeric.
numeric.
So it is a text
So
field.
in Salesforce, phone number is a string, text field. Done. So we are done with creating the fields. So let's move on to the done. Next one is manage page layout to the candidate object. So we need to map. This is a page layout for the candidate. So we need to create a section, information, address, employment, additional details. So in information, I need to add all these fields. In address section, I need to add this state, city, postal code, country. And employment, I need to add this information. Additional details are which are related to the US citizen, education, and visa. Now, in order to update that, let's go to the page layout. Open the page layout. So I already have a information, right? So I'll be creating another section which is called address. Now in the address, I'm going to place street. Can I move multiple fields? Can I drag multiple fields? Can I drag multiple fields? For example, if I wanted to shifter, what will happen if I use a shifter? Shift or control? Control. Street, city, state, country. Now another section, I'm going to drag it here, which is a employment. Click on OK. In the employment, we are going to add a current years of experience and checkbox. So we say is candidate. So let's drag these three fields into the employment. Perfect. Now next one is the additional details. Okay. In the additional details, I'm going to drag the US citizen, education, visa required. Let's drag all these fields to the additional details. Click on save. Let's save this information. Let's place it properly.
Ma'am, can you repeat the shortcut for multiple fields dragging?
Hold the control key and just drag it.
Okay.
Because quick save. Now we are done with page layout. Completed. And the next one is we are going to create another object on the recruitment, which is called as a job application. So we have completed the two objects so far, position and candidate. Job application is a junction object between the position and candidate. So the next one which we are going to create is job application. And the record name is auto number, which is a job application number. JA hyphen, we are going to start with 1. Now let's start this object. We are going to create a junction object right now. Custom object. This is a job application. Job applications. And record name is job application number. And data type is auto number. JA hyphen. What will happen if I use a auto number?
Automatically the number will be populated.
Automatically the number gets generated.
Generated.
The job application, let's choose the tab style. Next, and then default on. Which profile do I need to add it?
System admin.
What was my question? Did I ask which profile or did I ask which application?
Which profile you asked?
So here, object creation is completed. So we will move to the in progress and we have completed here. Now, next one is, we are going to take the last story, which is add fields to job application object. So we are going to add a lookup field to candidate, lookup field to the position, and cover letter we are going to add it, which is a long text area, status, and these are the values which we are going to add it. So these fields we are going to create it on the job application. The first one we are going to create a lookup field. Click on the next and related to the which object? Candidate object, and click on the next button. Let's say next. Profile, and then click on the next button, job application.
So
Save and new.
you say candidate is
Sorry,
candidate is a parent.
candidate you say?
Parent of
Yes. Click on save. Now let's create another lookup. Another lookup for which object?
Position.
position. Click on next. What will happen if I check this one? What to do if the lookup record is deleted? What will happen if I check this?
It won't allow to delete the record from the child.
It won't allow the, can I delete the parent if I check that?
No, we can't.
No.
We cannot delete it. On new and let's create a text field. Click on the next and we are going to create a cover letter. Let's take it as a long text. Cover letter. And click on the next button. Save and me. Next, I'm going to create a pick list status. Values are new, review, resume, home screen, schedule interview, extend offer, hired, rejected. If I want a pick list values in the alphabetic order, what should I need to do?
Click on
Enable the display values alphabetically, not the other enters.
Okay, now let's move on to the done. Now we have completed the 5 sprints. Assume that we are completed the sprint. Once it is completed the sprint, what the project manager, whoever is there, they will say here, complete the sprint. And here it is going to give you the status of it. How many stories we have completed and what is the status of it and what is the total points we have completed in the first sprint. Now click on complete sprint. Now sprint is completed. The next one, it is going to start one more sprint, sprint 2. Now in the sprint 2, we are going to place the records in the sprint 2. Now we are going to take first 5. Perfect. Now this is the 5 stories which we are planning to work on it. Start the sprint. Sprint 2, click on start. And now go to the active sprint. Now let's start the first one, which is called as adding the fields to review object. Now these are the fields which we are going to create it in the job application, a master detail relationship, job application, and child is a review.
As a developer, we have to decide all this stuff, like what is the relationship, or an architecture will decide this one.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
As a developer, we have to decide what relationship we should have between the objects, what we feel we should have in the object. All these will be decided by the developer or by the whom will decide it will
Architect.
architect will decide. Okay. So I will in real time also we will get the same type of structure, like this is the object you have to create, this is
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, right.
So let's say here I'm going to create a candidates. Let's take last name Salesforce and I'm going to use Archana. And let's say Archana @gmail.com. And postal code is, I'm going to use some number here. SSN number, it should be alpha. And mobile number, I'm going to use the mobile number. Fax. And address sheet. Let's say San Francisco. Now state, US, city, US, and then country, US, and the current employer, yes. And years of experience, let's say 5 years of experience, is the candidate is working, yes. US citizen, visa is required, education is BTech, and click on save. This is the number which is auto-generated C-0001. I'm going to clone this. Let's create another person here. Let's say Daljit. Daljit@gmail.com. And let's say I'm going to say. So 2 candidate records I have created. Now I'm going to create a job application. Now in the candidate record, we have already worked on the page layout. So we have a address, employment, additional information is already there. Now job application, let's go to the job application. Let's assume that here I'm going to create a new record. Click on the new record. When I click on the new record, let's say here C002. C002. And then position is, I'm going to see here position, which is this person is applied for the Apex. And status is new and cover letter. C-002 person applied for Apex. Now, how do you know that who is this C-002? Now, here I have 2 records. Either it could be a first one Archana and second one Daljit. Now, if you have a multiple records, how will you able to identify what is the person name? Where do you modify it? Where do you modify? I wanted to see the person name. Like here, candidates. Number I wanted to see. Number, and below that I wanted to see the first name. So basically what I need is when I'm pick list is displaying here. When the pick list is displayed here, what it is saying that it is saying the C-002. And then below that, it should give me the person name. Then like this, it should give. If I want a person name here below the record, what are the auto number is there? I want a person name. What should I need to do? Where should I need to modify?
List views.
List views. Why you guys are going to the list view? What I'm saying here, I wanted to search here recent candidates. Is this a list view here? It's not a list view, it's a search. Now here it is C-002. Now below that, I need a name of the person, the last name or a first name of the person, so that it is clear for end user that what is the which record do I need to select it. How will I be able to do that?
Using help text, help text.
No.
Help, where help? Lookup field, where is the lookup field? Lookup field. Okay, let me open the lookup field here. This is in the job application, candidates. What should I need to change here? What should I need to change? What am I doing? I am doing the searching the person name there. If I am searching the person with
On search layouts, ma'am.
search layout, what should I need to do? For which record? There are so
System
many
admin. On system admin.
system admin. Okay.
Edit.
Okay.
And we can do. And we can. Yes. Candidate. And
Do I need to,
Job application number, we can add a candidate name also.
but do I need to make a changes to the job application or candidate? Which
no,
one
no, on candidate and candidate object.
I'm
We
searching the
should
candidate. I'm not searching
Candidate option.
application. I'm searching the candidate. So go to the candidates.
can and
Search.
search layouts. There we can edit.
Where is the search layout? Candidates. Search layout. Fields. Where should I need to go? Fields. I need a search layout. I cannot see the search layout here. What will be the reason?
Set the allow search.
Because you are not checked the allow search.
Yeah, ma'am. While creating the object, we have not clicked
Yeah. Allow search.
allow search.
Search is only to search the object.
Yes, that's what. Search the object. So you are searching the object. When you are searching the object, you will have the option search layout. Right? That's the reason I did not give the checkbox there when I created the object. So what should I need to do? Click on edit. What do I need to see? Last name. Click on save. Now you can see whenever I'm searching the object, you will be able to system admin, only the system admin able to see the candidate number, last name, first name, right? You cannot change the candidate number. You cannot modify the candidate number. Candidate number has to be there. You cannot remove the candidate number. Candidate number along with that second field. Only maximum 2 fields it will display this. Right? So right now we have created the.
Ma'am, I have a doubt here.
Now, another way, just a second. Another way is if you do not want to search here. If you do not want to search here, by default, I wanted to show the candidate name here.
Can you just set edit option?
It will not read this. It will take time. Salesforce, the last name. Only 2 fields it is going to display. Right? So that if you change here from the last name to first name, then you will be able to see the first name person. Only 2 fields, only 2 field values it will be displayed. So let's assume that instead of having here searching, I wanted to by default, like because whenever the record is created, during the record creation, I can see here, right? But after creating the record, I cannot see what is the name of it. If I wanted to see the name of it, I need to click on this record. But by default on the job application, I want a name of the candidate. If I want to display the name of the candidate, what should I need to do?
We have to create a field.
Okay, where should I need to create it?
In the job application itself, we have to create the field, and we
Okay.
have to then we have to that parent object dot whatever the first name. Suppose if you want to display first name, that first name we have to specify in that one.
So in the job application. In the job application, go to the fields and relationship and click on the new button. What should we create? We create a formula field. Click on this formula field, click on next. Now I'll say here candidate name. And what should be the output? Formula output?
Text.
Text. Now how do I refer the candidate name?
Insert the field.
Candidate
That first name, last some. Oh yeah.
I want a both of them, first name and last name. How can I do that? Now I need a first name as well as the last name. What should I need to do here?
Plus space.
Concatenate, man.
Concatenate. Plus space plus.
So plus is nothing but a concatenation in the formula field. Now what it is saying that expected number received a text. Did I select the number? Text. Now concatenation, I'll be adding the space here. Now click on it, check syntax. And then fine. Let's click on the next button. On next. And then save. Now if I go to the job application, click on the refresh, I can see the candidate name. Going to take time. Fine. So the next one which we are going to create is so we are done with posting object, job application, candidate.
Or business analyst can we need to create the change of it.
You can also identify.
No, I think the other time, I think it's written by business analyst, right?
Yes, everything is decided by the business analyst, but if you have got anything, then you can identify it. So you can also suggest it. This is the junction. Next, we are going to create a reviews object. So that means once the application is submitted, then somebody has to review the application, whether it is this application is suitable or not for this position. Create the another object which is called as a review object. Review and reviews. This is a auto number. Let's take the review number. Hyphen 4 zeros 1. Low activities, track the field history. And then
That's the key one. The record exists when 4 9 software what will happen. It will be automatically adjusted or
it will be automatically adjusted. Click on the launch. The tab style. Now this is a review. Click on this next and default on for all the profiles. Click on save. Done with object creation. And next step is we are going to create a fields inside the review object. to create a fields. Now let's go to the here. Add a fields to the review object. Now we are going to create a job application master detail relationship. That means I'm going to create a relationship. Master is a job application. Child is a review. So I need to create a lookup. Click on this field sun relationship. Then master data relationship and related to which object? Job application. Click on next. And child relationship. Let's go with the review. Click on the next. And click on the next button. And let's say save. Then after that, we are going to create a one more field, which is a position. Populate the position name using the formula. Now, how do I populate the position name? I need to populate the position name.
Formula field.
Formula field. How do I get the position?
The cross subject formula.
We need job application to police.
So basically, we need to go for a cross object formula field. So we have to create a position. In the position, what should be that? Is it a text
Text.
or an auto number? Click on this next and go to the insert field, the review, go to the job application, and then go to the position. What should I need to get? Position, position name, insert. It's a cross object field. From the job application to position, from that position, we are displaying the name. So how many objects we are touching? 2 objects we are touching. Right now, I am into the review object. I am in review object. And this review object is talking to the job application. And job application, I am talking to the position. So here, this is a review object. And this is a job application. And this is a position. Review to go to the job application. From job application, go to the position. From the position, I'm displaying the name onto here, which is a cross object formula field. Cross object formula field. Click on this, check syntax. And then click on the next button. Next. And save. Job application, let's see this. Let's see the next one. Candidate. I need to populate the candidate name on the review object. How do I get it? Candidate formula field. What is the number? Is it a number or a text? Text or number? Text or number?
Next one.
Text or number? Okay. Text. And let's go here. How do I get the candidate name? Should I need to go? Candidate name, I need to get it.
Position to candidate.
Job application,
Okay.
Job application,
candidate,
candidate,
candidate name,
first name,
first one.
and then concatenation, last name. Insert, job application, candidate name, last name. Check syntax. Perfect, let's click on it, next. And then click on the next button, click on save. Let's go here. Next, candidate link. Populate the candidate name, and if we click on the name, it should be redirected to the candidate link. I need to create the candidate link. Now, how do I create a candidate link? How do I create the candidate link?
URL
basic-
field, URL.
So right
URL
now,
field.
a text field. Right now, what I need is some kind of a URL. And in the review, click on the new button. Okay, I'm going to review the job application JA001. Click on save. Now we have a job application position candidate name. This is a normal text field. What I need is candidate link. When I click on this link, it should take me back to the candidates. Now, how do I create it?
Copy the
URL or a formula field. In the formula field, what is the output? What is the output? Checkbox, currency, date. Which one do I need to go for it? Text.
text.
Now, how do I display the URL? I need to use the hyperlink. Insert, and I need to provide the URL here. How do I provide the URL? How do I display? URL. Which one do I need to display here? Candidate?
Candidate record.
Okay, so this is the candidate link. Now, how do I take this candidate link and how do I place it here in the hyperlink? Insert field. Job application. Candidate. Which field do I need to take it?
Record.
ID. Okay. Now, what is the friendly name that you wanted to display?
Click here, something like that.
What is the friendly name that you wanted to display? First name of the insert, job application, candidate. Target. If I do not have this target, what will happen? The syntax. No errors. But will it work?
So it will not work, ma'am. It will not take it to that.
What is the base URL I have? This is the base URL. Now, how do I get the base URL here? I'm getting the ID, but I need to get the base URL. In order to get the base URL, you need to use the double quotes within that slash ampersand and then add it. That means how it is displaying here. This is the base URL, right? If you add a slash, after the slash, it is going to start. So if you just use this, if you just use the slash ampersand, then you are passing the ID here. Right? If you pass it, then it will go. Just let's check this. On this, click on the next button. Next. And then save. Fresh. Getting the candidate link. It's taking me to, this is the base URL, and ampersand is nothing but it is going to automatically add this and concatenate the ID. Right, so that's the hyperlink. Next one, position link. Similarly, I wanted to display the position link. Go to the review object, click on the new field. On the formula field. Next. I'm going to create a field which is a position link. Text date, return type. And then I need to insert. Which one do I need to take? Hyperlink.
Hyperlink.
Insert. Field. I'm going to take the job application.
Position. Record ID.
And what is the friendly name I should take? What is the friendly name I should take?
First name. First name.
Position.
First name.
Do I have a first name?
Position name.
Directly we have a position name. Now concatenation is double quotes slash ampersand. Check the syntax.
In the principal statement,
Yes.
instead of double quote, can we hard code it directly?
Really, in the real time, we don't do the hard code. Because if you do the hard code here, it works in the development environment. But when you push your changes to the production, you need to again modify the URL in the formula field, right? Production URL will be different. This URL will be different for a production, and sandboxes, wherever you are working, that sandbox URL is different. So that's the reason we never do the hard code. Next, I'm going to create a assessment. Assessment is text. Click on next. Test long. Assessment, let's keep it as a, what is the length it is asking? It's specified, so I'll keep the, whatever the length we have it, 0.7. On the next button, and then next, and click on save. Now we are done with the review, assessment. Next one is a rating. Now rating, I need to have a help text, enter a 1 to 5 rating of the candidates, and it should be number and always required, sorry. So it is a number data type. So click on this review and click on the new field. Data type is, what is data type? Number.
Number data.
Click on the next, and we are going to create a rating. It should be 1, like this one. And where do I need to add a help text? add it here, and it should be required. And click on the next button. Click on next, and then save. Now we are done with creating the rating. Completed. The story is completed. Now this, let's say, story point is 1. We have to move it to the done. And it is completed. Next, I am going to create a reports in review object. Let's click on your refresh. I have created a one report. Now let's copy this. Or else you can simply create a one report here, review. Job application is only one job application we have. So let's create another job application so that I can create another record of the review. So review is based on the job application. So let's say candidate is Archana and position is Salesforce, or let's say JavaScript. JavaScript cover letter. And status is new. Now click on save. Now I can go back to the review. Click on the review. And let's create the new. Now it is asking the job application. We have a 2 job application. Assessment is applied for JavaScript. And rating, let's say it is 3. Click on save. So now I have a 2 reports in the review. Perfect. Now that is completed. Let's say this is also one story point. Have to change it to be done. Next, I'm going to create another object which is called as a done. Review we have completed. So let's place it. Let's change the. This is the object, review object. Now this is we have completed. Story point is 1. We are done with review object. So let's change the status from in progress to done. Completed. And this is which reports, job application reports. We have created the job application reports also. Click on done. In progress. And then completed it. Now the next one is I need to create a formula field to display the candidate name on the job application. Did we complete this? Job application on the jobs. We have completed. Now, whenever you wanted to have a communication on the story, like if you have any questions on this, or you wanted to update your project manager, always what you need to do is you need to tag your project manager here. I have completed creating formula field as part of other story. Now click on save. Now this is the comments. Now these comments will be viewed by everyone. So if you have any questions or if you wanted to get a clarity on the story, anybody you want to tag it, PA or an architect project manager, you can tag that person and paste whatever the question you wanted to ask. Write the question, and if you want to add a CC, you can add it. Let's say here, I wanted to add a CC. So just mention CC and just tag that person. Okay, so it will be tracked. So you will have a history here. History is, now this is the 2 hours ago story is created, and this is the description is added, right? And 1 minute ago, we have changed from the to do to in progress. And then right now we have updated the story. Now if I change back, if it is click on done, it will update the story here. Now work log is going to just give you the how many hours you have worked on it. Now here, just click on this log work, so which is a time spent. Time spent is 30 minutes. Now click on save. You have to add a description here. Where it says 30 minutes is log. Right, so history is going to tell you the information. Now we have changed into 27 seconds ago. We have updated, and 8 seconds ago, we have updated the tracking time spent. Perfect. So we have completed the sprint 2 also. Now let's go to the backlog. Now all the sprints are completed. Total, we have completed the 4 story parts. And these are the completed. Now click on the complete sprint. Now we have completed the sprint. Next, it is going to create automatically sprint 3. Now I'm going to drag the information here. What are the, like a roll up summary field, validation rule, formula fields, page layout, and I'm going to drag it 15. Now I'm going to arrange this in the proper format so that I can see stories step by step. Now I have taken the 5 stories again. Let's click on it, start. Start here, sprint 3. We are going to start right now. Click on it, start. Those are the 5 stories we have started the sprint 3. Now, if you wanted to know the report, you can click on the report and it will show you the report. This is basically for your project manager, not for you. That's okay. You need to see that. So active sprint, click on the active sprint. It will take you to the recruitment project sprint 3. Now these are the 2. Now we will do this after the break. Okay, let's take a break of 30 minutes.